PRMI Mortgage, primeres.com/Alpine. Hey, if you're looking to buy or refi, or if you're just considering a reverse mortgage, you need to call our local mortgage guy that you can trust. Call Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. They make it easy. They work with a friendly expert team that will help you get the best deal on a mortgage. Call Chris Wiley at 619-722-1303 or primeres.com/Alpine.
Okay, we have a contest winner. For the last week, we had a contest. If you go to Gun Owners Radio and you sign up for the Gun Owners Radio newsletter, you brought up to date, brought up to speed on everything that's going on in the Gun Owners Radio world. Highly encourage you to go to Gun Owners Radio right now and sign up for their newsletter. And again, we'll tell you all the activities that we're doing, their shows, et cetera, et cetera. So we had a contest for reactionary zone targets. Is that what it is, Rich? Class. I'm sorry. Reactionary. Oh, cool. Okay, reactionary. That's Shelly, who we interviewed last week. So reactionary zones, it's an online class. Shelly is extremely knowledgeable, and this class is extremely valuable. And we have a winner, Mr. Patrick Pounds. Congratulations, my friend. Patrick Pounds, if you're listening, we're going to email you and make sure that you get all the information you need to take that free class.
Right, and then we're going to send you around the world, all expenses paid.
That's coming out of Dave's
comes out of my.
Do you take a check?
Yes.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that's coming up is, of course, we have an election. You know, we talk about these laws, we talk about lawmakers, we talk about outreach and all these things that are extremely effective. And what can we do? Well, we have an election in November. We don't have our voter guide out yet, but right now is the time to start laying groundwork. We're going to need a whole lot of volunteers. We're going to need people that really want to roll up their sleeves and do a couple of things. It's not hard work. One of the most effective things that we do is we have these tabletops at the gun shops, and we do it at Discount Gun Mart from time to time. You guys just had your sidewalk sale. Is that what they call it?
Correct, yep.
Yep, their sidewalk sale. We had a booth there. We need help. We need help, folks. We do all kinds of important things. If you go to our website, SDCGO.org, and you go to the volunteer section, there you can sign up to mentor. You can teach people how to shoot. If you're a woman, you can sign up to be an ambassador and help us with Not Me, so that you can bring more women in to the shooting sports, and all kinds of really exciting opportunities. But one that we need a lot of help with going into November is our tabletops. Mm-hmm. We have tabletops every weekend, and we set it up. You don't have to set it up. We supply all the supplies. You don't have to supply any of the supplies. All you do is show up, and we'll show you what to do.
Do you get a shirt?
Get a shirt. Essentially, what you're doing is you're giving information about the organization.
Right.
You're giving information that the organization is offering to the public. And as soon as we get our voter guide, you're going to be getting that voter guide into people's hands. But don't wait. What we need you to do is go sign up right now. Go to the volunteer section of SDCGO.org. What makes us different? When we first started San Diego County Gun Owners, a lot of people wanted to know, well, hey, there's NRA, there's CRPA, there's GOA, there's GOC, there's this whole alphabet soup of gun organizations. What makes you guys different? And there's a couple of things. The main focus is one thing that makes us very different. We focus not on federal, not on state, but on these local boards and councils that are all over the county that have a huge say in a couple of things. One, you have a huge say in your daily life. It could be taxes, it could be all kinds of things, but they really, truly control your neighborhood, your city, your county. But the other thing is they have a huge say and a lot of control in who gets to serve in Sacramento and who gets to serve in Washington, D.C. Because when somebody wants to run for the assembly, somebody wants to run for state senate or Congress, the first thing they do is they go to the folks that serve on these local boards and councils, and they say, hey, I need help. Now, if we have 5 people on that board that we helped get elected, their first question is going to be, great, I'll help you. How are you on Second Amendment? And if they're weak, if they're not good, you know what, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to help the other person. And that has a very real effect on everything that we're trying to do. One of the most effective ways to get information to people is just person to person. And the more you trust the person, the more likely you are to listen to them. So if you just send them something in the mail, probably not going to pay a lot of attention to it. If you send them a Facebook ad or something like that, probably not going to pay a lot of attention to it. But if you're standing there face to face, if you're working at a booth at a gun shop, and hey, I showed up at this gun shop. Here's somebody who's also into guns. I've seen this logo before. They're talking about a subject that's important to me, and they say, hey, we really need you to vote for these group of people, or hey, we really need you to get involved in this way. They're far more likely to get involved and do something effective. So those are the things that make us. That's one of the things that makes us different, is that we really have this local focus. But the other thing that makes us different is, the endorsement of candidates. Now, some other organizations endorse candidates. A lot of them do. NRA, CRPA. We endorse on the local level. Again, that makes us different. But and we do the education piece. We are involved in lawsuits, but so many other organizations, that's the part of the field where they play. They don't do the level of vetting that we do in order to get folks elected, which is where these horrible policies come from. So when we decided, when I was designing San Diego County gun owners, what's the most effective thing we can do? The most effective thing we can do is have an impact on public policy. Who makes public policy? Elected officials. So what we need you to do is help us get the right people elected. We're a political organization. We're a 527. We're not a 501c3, which is a charity. We're not an association. We're a political action committee, and that means that we can endorse candidates. We do a better job of vetting than anybody in the county. I would put our vetting against any organization in the county, and I think we definitely proved that when it comes to who we endorsed for sheriff. We've been working with Kelly Martinez, our endorsed candidate, for years now. Talked to her multiple times, interviewed her, made her, commit to things and then follow through on them, specifically with CCW. She did a fantastic job. But then another candidate jumped in, and we had him on the radio, and we, researched him and found out that he's not just a bad candidate when it comes to firearms, because he was so supportive and so enthusiastic when it comes to spreading gun violence restraining orders, but he was generally a bad candidate. He'd already, I would go so far as to say, abused his power when he was working for the city attorney. Found out that he's a horrible candidate, and frankly, the things that we found out, nobody else dug deep enough to find. The Republican Party just, elected him or just endorsed him because he was a Republican. They didn't look into his past and his history and his performance. We did. So that level of vetting, and the fact that we are, actually endorsing candidates, and we're actually vetting and endorsing candidates and then putting resources into helping them get elected, is one of the things that really, really, truly makes us different. And I'm very, very proud of that. And it's also a vehicle for you, the activist, to get involved. If you thought, hey, I want to do something. How I know, before San Diego County Gun Owners, I would go to different meetings, different monthly meetings, and I'd walk in and they'd have a guest speaker and maybe some free food or something like that. That was all fantastic, but I wanted to do something. I was there to actually do something. If I walked out of a meeting and they had nothing for me to do, I rarely went back. Or if I went back, I'd try one more time, and then that was that. We have things for you to do. We're a vehicle. We want to give you the keys and have you drive the car. So we have programs like Shooting Socials and Gun Shop Tabletops and Not Me, our women's program. We have, different ways to vet candidates and be involved in that. But also, if there's something you thought, hey, you know what, I've been waiting for the Second Amendment community to do X, Y, and Z, great. Come to the table. Let us know what resources are needed, and let's get that. Maybe that'll become a project of ours. We're not looking for people to just say, hey, here's what you ought to do. We're looking for people that want to roll up their sleeves and say, hey, this is how I want to be involved, and this is what I need. Extremely proud of San Diego County Gun Owners and Orange County Gun Owners and Inland Empire, but we definitely need your help going into November. We need your help getting our voter guide out. We need your help getting more members so that they see our voter guide. That's going to be the key to victory in November. And we have a ton of people we're going to endorse and get elected.
Can't wait, because I can't do it without your guide, to be honest with you, because you don't know 90% of the people.
I know. Well, you and I got to go have breakfast and fill out your ballot after you get it.
You don't even cover Alpine.
Well, we do. Some some parts of it,
Two
but
pizzas.
that's why you and I need to sit down
I'm
and talk
serious.
about who to
No,
endorse.
because I'm serious. Because I mean, am I right? Am I wrong? How many people really know who's running for what? And you can't go by anything that the government sends you.
No.
So and if you don't know, like Mike, he sleeps and drinks his stuff.
Well, I'm really, we meet with them. So let's talk about the vetting real quick. We meet with the person. Usually the first step is to have a brief phone call and say, hey, fill out the questionnaire.
See if they even answer the phone.
Yeah, well,
If it
after
says
they
Michael
answer
Schwartz.
if they won't answer the phone, they're obviously not, But if they answer the phone, we say, hey, here's who we are, what we do. Here's the questionnaire. If they don't do the questionnaire, if they can't even do the questionnaire, the online questionnaire, yeah, but they're probably not, But once we get that questionnaire back, then we have a foundation. We have a platform. Okay, here's some things we want to talk to them about. Maybe everything is perfectly answered except this one question. Well, I want to know why. Why don't they support us on this? Or, what's their perception, that sort of thing. From there, we meet with them in person. We want to know, who are they working with? Do they have staff? Do they have a campaign manager? How much money are they raising? How much money do they think they're going to raise? If they do raise that money, what are they going to spend that money on? Right. What kind of experience do they have that even guarantees that they're going to know what they're doing once they get into office?
Right.
So many times we'd get a candidate who's, hey, I'm pro Second Amendment, and that's great, but they had no plan on how they were going to be successful. And, the last thing we're going to do is tell folks, hey, help this candidate out if they can't even do the things that it takes to be successful. So the first thing we check on is, are they pro Second Amendment? The second thing we check on is, are they a viable candidate?
Right.
And that takes a little bit of experience and a whole lot of research. The next thing we check on is, are there any character issues? Because even if they're pro Second Amendment and they have $1 million in the bank and a staff and whatever, if they're not a good person, we're not going to tell you to support
That's
them.
right.
And then the fourth thing is, are they effective?
Right.
What have they done in their careers that have shown that they're a good candidate? So go to the website, SDCGO. Definitely sign up to be a member. If you're not, sign somebody else up to be a member. But go to that volunteer page and check out the tabletops and come help us on these tabletops.
It'll be
We
fun.
have a lot coming up over the next couple months.
It'll be fun.
It's always fun.
All right, don't touch that dial. Sam the gun man is coming up next, and you did it again.
Gam the Sun Man.
We have a question. It's not in his bailiwick. He's going to be really upset with you.
You think so? Wait a minute. You don't think he's going to be able to do this one?
Well,
I just told Alicia I thought he was going to nail it.
and by the way, folks, just so you'll know, for all you ladies out there, Alicia has beautiful nails. So there's no reason why you can't come and take a class, because hers look great. Just throwing it out.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.